Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Today, and we have another breaking news update for you. It's not a medal event, but PV Sindhu, who of course will be a medal favorite in the women's singles event in the badminton, she has progressed through the quarterfinals with a pretty easy win over Husina Kobugabe. Now, of course, we know for a fact that Sindhu going into this particular event in the Commonwealth Games in badminton, she would very easily be a medal favorite, considering, of course, not just her own accomplishments, but also the kind of field of athletes that is there. At times, the disparity within the rankings, which is there within a lot of these athletes, is pretty evident in the on-court action. And in fact, it was pretty evident in this match as well, because as we know, Sindhu is ranked 7th in the world, whereas Hosina Kobugabe was only ranked 234th. So it was expected that it would be a one-sided encounter, and that is exactly what happened in the match. It wasn't exactly hardly contested. The first game, it only reached 21-10 because Sindhu made a few errors towards the end that ended up giving Kobugabe a bit of momentum towards the end of the game. However, second game was again pretty easy for Sindhu, 21-9. Didn't really have to exert much effort in the match. In fact, if you watched it, you would know that Sindhu was in fact playing within herself more often than not. She was not exactly exerting herself. She wasn't having to rely on her repertoire of smashes and cross court smashes. None of that was there. It was a pretty easy regulation win, or as close to a regulation win as you can get at the level of the Commonwealth Games. So obviously, as I said, Sindhu would be considered a medal favorite, but it was still a pretty dominant win, and she is indeed looking good going into the next few rounds, of course, of the badminton women's singles event. Remember, India had lost out in the team event, and Sindhu would, of course, be keen to avenge that and right that wrong, and actually end up getting a gold in the women's singles at the very least. So obviously, that is the big breaking news. If you're just joining us, PV Sindhu has progressed to the women's singles badminton quarterfinals, and she beat Husina Kobugabe to end up getting to the quarters in the round of 16. It was a pretty easy victory for Sindhu. Not exactly a match that saw her tested a lot, but again, as I mentioned, there is a bit of a disparity in the rankings of a lot of these players, because again, the Commonwealth Games excludes a lot of players from Asia, where of course for a fact that in Asia is where badminton has a traditional stronghold. Nevertheless, an impressive performance from Sindhu, who wasn't even playing at full tilt. So that's it from this particular breaking news update. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, and of course follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And last but not least, don't forget to download the Sports app for more such breaking news updates and your fingertips. Thank you all so much for joining me and joining Sports Today. Bye bye for now. We're going to keep bringing you more breaking news updates though.